session we'll be learning about a problem on isometric. So as we have discussed two problems, probably at this point of time you might have understood how to solve an isometric problems. Okay, we'll take up one more problem where you don't have a combination of two solids. Instead you have a hole in a given rectangular slab. Okay, so let us straight away go to the problem. It says a rectangular slab base 100 mm into 80 mm and height 30 mm has a full depth coaxial square hole side 40 mm such that one of the sides of the square is parallel to one of its sides of the rectangle. Draw the isometric projection of the hollow block. Okay, so you need to understand here, you have a rectangular slab, and a hole is a full depth coaxial square hole is present in that particular solid here. So what you're going to do is you need to understand here you have got a square hole inside the block. Okay, a full depth coaxial square hole. Okay, and now this square side, the side of this square is parallel to one of its sides of the rectangle. So it cannot be diagonally inclined, it should be parallel to, the side should be parallel to each other. So so this problem is very much easy. So we'll straight away go to the problem. So first what you need to do is here you need to draw a rectangular slab of 100 into 80 mm and then produce the height of 30 mm. So I'll start from the bottom end here. Okay, from the base of the, from the bottom of the sheet I'm going to draw this particular rectangular lamina. So consider any one of this point here, one of the corner here. Now as I told, how do you draw the rectangular lamina? So the lengthier side should be drawn towards right. The lengthier side should be drawn towards the right, and towards the left it should be the shorter length here. So that is how you are going to draw a rectangular lamina, and then give the height of whatever the height that they have given. In this particular problem they have given you the height as 30 mm. So let us draw this. So as I told, it should be a very thin line initially. So what you're going to do is, so I'm just placing the scale in order to draw a straight line. So what you have to do basically here is you have to draw a 100 mm line at an angle of 30 degrees. So just count the number of blocks. Okay, it should be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Right? So I've drawn a line of 100 mm length. So in this direction it should be a length of 80 mm. So count the number of blocks here. So it should be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. So now complete the rectangle here. So again at this end I'm going to draw a length of 80 mm. Okay. So understand, I'm just counting the number of blocks here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. So now the fourth side is very easy. You just have to connect these two lines, that's all. So again if you count, it will be of same 100 mm length because the lines are parallel. So these lines should be drawn by a thin line. Okay, by a projection line. Now this is a rectangle that I have drawn. If I need to draw a rectangular block, I need to draw a height here. What is the height given? It says that the height of 30 mm. So just count the number of blocks. Again vertically upwards you are going to count the number of blocks. So it is 10, 20 and 30. So I have counted 30 mm height here. So again on all the sides you have to do the same thing here. So 10, 20, 30. So now what the other way what you can do is draw a rectangle on the top surface here and then draw this vertical line below that rectangular lamina. Okay, but the actual procedure, technically speaking, you have to elevate the diagram. So you have to draw first the base and then draw the height here. Right. So 10, 20, 30. So on all four corners I'm going to do this same line here. So it is 10, 20 and 30. Okay, and now what you have to do is you have to join all these corners. So since it is visible, I'm going to straight away join these corners here, completely visible. So I'm using a dark line or a thick line to join all these corners. Okay, or what you can do is you can draw this by a thin line and later you can darken it. Okay, so now all the corners should be joined. So now I'm joining all the corners here. So and even this particular line you are going to join. Okay, so this is how I'm going to join. Now if you see here, this line, these lines are also visible. Okay, let us darken it later. So before that, let me obtain the next condition here. Now it says a square hole, so it should be a hole of a square shape. Okay, now coaxial hole, so it has a full depth hole. So I need to first find out the center and draw a square initially, because it says a square hole side of 40 mm. So since it is 40 mm, I need to draw a square of 40 mm centrally. So first find out the center. As I told, in order to find the center of this top surface, first find out the center here, and then on either side take 20 from the center and draw a square. Okay, and draw a square. So let me find out the center here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is the center here. So from this center, join the opposite midpoint of the line. Okay, from this midpoint, join the opposite midpoint of this line. Similarly do for this. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So since 80 is the rectangle side here, so for exactly at the 40 you have to draw a line here. So now you get the center here, right? So in the previous problem, what I told you is erase of this unwanted lines. Okay, when you see the top surface, the lines which are present inside this top surface should be erased. Okay, as of now I'm not erasing it. So it is a construction line, I'm just showing the construction line over here. So this is the center. Now immediately what you have to do is, since you have to draw a square of 40 mm, so take the center, count 2 blocks towards right, that gives me 20, 2 blocks towards left, that gives me 20 again in this direction. From the center towards this direction, again it is 20, from here 10 and 20. So I've just marked here, I need to draw a square here, square of 20 mm. So join this. So 20 in this direction, 20 in this direction. So place the scale here, 20 in this direction, 20 in this direction. Now join this. Okay, if you don't draw these lines by a projection line, then everything will be confusing here. Okay, so now I'll darken this because this edge is visible for me. Right, so I've darkened this. So these lines are again invisible, you can erase off it later. Okay, now this edge is also visible. Okay, these edges are visible, so that is why I am darkening these edges also. Also join the bottom surface here, the bottom face here, and even on this side. Okay, I've drawn a square, but it is not a hole, it is just a lamina that I've drawn here. So it has a full depth hole, so till 30 mm it has a hole, right? So what you need to do here is, from this point draw a 30 mm line vertically downwards. It should be exactly 30. Why? Because it is full depth. So 10, 20 and 30. I hope this is very much clear for you. So I've drawn a 30 mm hole here, and I can see this edge here, this surface. So since it is a full depth at an angle of 30 degrees, you can see this surface also. So I'm closing this edge here towards right and towards the left here. So I'm connecting this edges here. Now I think you can clearly visualize the things here, visualize the edges here. Now I cannot join this vertical line till this end here, this corner. I cannot do that because it is the square hole of depth 30 mm, that's all. Okay, since this is a full depth, it has a length height of 30 mm, so I cannot draw the line more than 30 mm. Okay, that is why I've stopped at 30 mm. From this edge I can draw a parallel line to this. These two are the parallel lines for this surfaces, this as well as this. So this completes the problem. Okay, so you need not worry about the construction lines here, you need not erase it. Okay, it should be a very thin line. So if you draw these lines by a very thin line, you need not erase the lines. Okay, so now if you want to clearly show what is the angle here, just draw a horizontal line and show the angle as 30 degree. It is not necessary, or it is not mandatorily, you need not do this 30 degree lines, you need not show this. Okay, it is not mandate. If you are doing in a plane sheet, yes, it is required, but it changes. If you are doing it in a plane sheet, it is not exactly this 100 mm. Okay, you need to convert this to isometric lens. So that is why I suggest you to draw these dimensions or diagrams or isometric projections in a isometric sheet only. Okay, please do not solve this in a plane sheet. Okay, right. So I hope this is very much clear for you. So we'll go to the next problem. In this particular problem, I could have drawn the front and top view. Since they have asked me to draw the isometric projections, I have simply drawn the isometric projections. Okay, so in the later videos, I'll be showing how to draw the front and top views for this particular object also. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. So again, in this particular problem, he says that two rectangular plates are placed one above the other coaxially with dimensions 100 into 60 into 20 mm and 100 mm into 60 and 40 mm into 20 mm such that longer edges are parallel. Draw the isometric projection of the combination. You need to understand here again you have got two laminas here. Okay, or two solids here. Two solids. So whenever they give you two solids, you need to understand what is the condition given. So two rectangular plates. Okay, so instead of plates, it should have been rectangular slabs. Okay, so two rectangular slabs are placed one above the other coaxially. So when you say coaxially, the center of these two rectangular slabs should be same. That is what he means to say. And he also says that in the last statement, he says that such that longer edges are parallel. So you have to make longer edges parallel. So this is where my convenient method comes into picture here. So when I draw this lengthier side towards right, so even for the second object, I need to draw the lengthier side towards right. That is how I am going to follow. You need not follow the same thing. You can draw the lengthier side towards the left. But what happens here is in this particular cases, in this particular problem, what is stating is, he states that the longer edges are parallel. When the longer edges are parallel, you cannot draw one rectangular in this direction, one rectangular slab in this direction. Okay, both should be parallel to each other. So the slabs, whenever you draw, the longer edge should be, or the longer side should be parallel to each other. That is what he means. So what I'm going to do here is, so if I'm starting from here, okay, so somewhere here I'm going to start. So what is the length of this in this direction? So it should be 100 mm, right? It says 100 mm. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so I've drawn 100. Towards this side it is 60 mm, right? So it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Right, so it might be confusing for you. They have given two slabs here, rectangular slabs. So understand what is placed on what. Okay, a rectangular slab is placed on one more rectangular slab, which is of greater dimension, or the 60 mm is more here for the first slab. Okay, so continuing further, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So close the drawing here, close the fourth line here. So this is how we want to draw a rectangular slab. Now as I told, you can either extend the line vertically upwards or vertically downwards. In this particular case, since I have sufficient space between the previous problem here, so I'm going to draw vertical line downwards. Okay, what should be the height? The height should be 20 mm. Okay, so 10 and 20. So 10 and 20. So here again it is 10 and 20. Okay, I could have drawn here. Okay, but what happens here is it overlaps. So I did not draw it here. So I'm going to join this. Okay. So I always recommend you to elevate the drawings. Okay, please do not draw downwards. Elevate it upwards. Okay. So in this particular case, it was easy for me. That is why I've drawn this downwards. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Always find the center. Any lamina, just find out the center of the top surface and then we'll continue. So since it is 100, just count the number of blocks as 50. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This gives me center. Okay, so you have to see this line, not the line which is below. Okay, now in this direction just draw a line which is a very thin line. Now again count here 10, 20 and 30. It should be 30 because the length of that side is 60. So for the midpoint to get, you need to draw a line of, mark or find out length of 30 mm here. So this gives me the center. Okay, now you have many methods to draw this particular problem. Again I follow my convenient method here, one convenient method. So what you have to draw is, again you have to draw one more rectangular slab here and elevate it, right? So instead what I'm going to do here is, see, in this particular problem again I've drawn this, so I've found out the center point here, center point. So first what we need to do here is, first draw this rectangular lamina, elevate it upwards. Okay, I have elevated downwards, that's all. Okay, to make it ease the procedure, I've drawn it below. Join this. So we have found out the midpoint here later, and now you have to draw one more rectangular slab. The longer edge should be parallel to this longer edge here, right? That is what they have given in the problem. But here one convenient method to follow here is, either I can draw a rectangular lamina at the bottom and then elevate it. Okay, so we'll follow the same method here. We'll go with the conventional method. So again, as I told, 100 mm in this particular direction. Okay, since he has given me 100 into 40 into 20, so linear line is 100. So I need not find the center, I need not go 50 on this direction, 50 on this direction, because this is straight away 100. So parallel to this I need to draw 100. But where to draw? That is very much important to understand. So he is saying that this side, the length of the other side is 40 mm. So from the center it is 10 and 20 here, 10 and 20 here. That is the reason why I will always draw the center. I will always find out the center of this rectangular lamina or any other lamina here. So 10 and 20, 10 and 20. Okay, since the length is 100, so I have to give full length here. So from here I am going to draw a length. Even on the other side, it is full length. Okay, so this is how I am going to draw. Now elevate it upwards. So it is 10, 20. That is what the height is given. So again from here 10, 20. So I am just counting the blocks 10 and 20. That is what I am doing here. So in this particular end again 10 and 20 the height. So at this end point it is 10 and 20 upwards. Okay, now you can join by a visible line. So what I am going to do is, I am going to draw the top surface by a visible line, because this is completely visible. So this should be a visible line. This is a visible line. This is a visible line again. Also this. Right? So now even this edge is visible. Whichever the lines are visible, I am just drawing those by a visible line, that's all. If you draw this line, it is wrong then. Okay, it is not a visible line, this is invisible line. Now let us go to the bottom surface here. This edge is visible. This again comes by practice. Okay, and now when I see here, this whole line is visible. Correct? Also this line. The vertical edges here are visible. Even this line is visible. Right? Along with this, I have to darken these lines also. And this. Right? So if you think that this problem is complete, no, it is not complete yet. So I have to also join this, correct? So I'm going to join this line because still here it is visible. Okay, again this is incomplete because this edge, if you can see, this edge is also visible. If I join this, it is overlapping, but till here it is visible. Right? So now this is complete. So this is how you are going to obtain a rectangular slab. As I told, again, you do not dimension. If you really want to dimension these isometric drawings, you have to dimension by using ISO and dimension. Okay, so now if this is 20, you have to dimension this as ISO 20. Okay, so I don't recommend you to give any dimensions for isometric projections. So now draw horizontal line and give the angle if you wish to give the angle, or else you need not do it. So it is 30. But when you're doing in the system using solid edge ST9, you definitely have to give this 30 degree. Okay, right. So I'll be explaining how to draw this using solid edge ST9. Okay, in the later videos I'll be explaining those problems again. I'll be repeating the same problems using software. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video.